Otherwise, people are distracted the entire time that you're talking. Like if Keith had said, our next comic literally cured cancer, Charles Disney, there'd still be somebody in the audience going, do you think he's related? I wonder if he's related. Thanks also, Keith, for not making fun of my last name. I did a show recently, and the host brought me up this way. He goes, guys, your next comic is the son of Mickey, Charles Disney. And I got on stage, and I was really annoyed. Not because the joke wasn't funny, but because the joke wasn't logical. Like, if I'm the son of Mickey, my name would be Charles Mouse. Right? It's obvious. I pulled the guy aside, and I was like, listen, if you're going to make fun of my last name, fine. But at least be edgy with it. Be like, guys, our next comic doesn't hate Jews, but his grandfather Walt certainly did. Charles Disney. I'm kidding. I do hate Jews. I'm getting annoyed by people that are overly afraid of terrorism and have no reason to be. Right? Like, it's okay to be afraid of ISIS if you live in Syria. It's weird to be afraid of ISIS if you live in Syracuse. That's probably not going to be what kills you. Like, you're in more danger from a hoagie. It's true. Statistically, you have a better chance of being killed by food than ISIS. Heart disease, diabetes, cancer, food poisoning, choking to death on a sandwich. These are all more likely to kill you. And it's always like some guy living in bumfuck nowhere with his morbidly obese family. That's like, how am I supposed to protect my family against a terrorist attack? It's like, you should be worried about protecting your family against a snack attack. It's not Allahu Akbar you have to worry about. It's I'm loving it. You're going to be all right. And the media makes people crazy, too. The media gets people all scared. The news loves those stories. Right up this past month after the Paris attacks, you saw those stories. Some reports say ISIS could be planning attacks on movie theaters. Will Star Wars be the target of terrorism? Star Wars has already been the target of terrorism. It's called Episodes 1, 2, and 3. And the special editions. That's right. Remember the last person that shot up a movie theater? It wasn't an Islamic extremist. It was a white guy dressed up like the Joker. So if you're worried about somebody at the movie theater, it's going to be the fat guy dressed up like Greedo. And you're going to take his mask off, and it's going to be George Lucas. Because he thinks Greedo shot first. That's a Star Wars reference. Go home and watch it. How bitter is George Lucas? Did you guys see the interview with him on Charlie Rose? Okay, that is probably one of the whitest things you're going to hear tonight. Did you guys see the interview with George Lucas on Charlie Rose? He goes on Charlie Rose and he starts bitching about episode 7. He's like, I don't like it. It's not what I had in mind. It's not what I envisioned. And I'm like, that guy got paid by Disney over $4 billion for Lucasfilm and Star Wars. If you paid me $4 billion, you can make a snuff film with my children. I can get more kids, it's fine. Fuck, for that money, I could clone the same kids. I don't have kids, don't worry. It's fine. Don't have any kids. I'm also single, I'm in my 30s, and that puts me in a weird position because most of my friends have kids now. And you know, when all your friends start popping out kids, it really puts a lot of pressure on you to find new friends. Because you can't you can't hang around parents anymore. You have to censor yourself constantly, all the time. And not for offensive content, believe me. Parents will say shit about their kids that ISIS would not say about America. Like horrible things. If you didn't like my snuff film joke from earlier, just spend time with some parents of toddlers. They say shit that should be illegal. Very bad news. What you have to do when you're around parents, you're not allowed to complain anymore. They don't want to hear your complaints. Like, you can't ever say, I'm tired to a parent. They're like, you don't know what tired is. You have no idea. And I'm like, that's not true. We can be the same amount of tired. You're tired because your baby had diarrhea at 2 in the morning, and you were up all night alternately cleaning up the baby, changing diapers, and feeding it until 8 o'clock the next morning. And I'm tired because I was at the bar until 2 in the morning. And I went home and I was alternately playing video games and masturbating until 8 in the morning. It's the same amount of tired. It's just different paths to get there. I had this friend of mine, she's like, you don't understand at all. I'm responsible for a human being. I'm responsible for a human being. Me. You think those gems on Bejeweled Blitz are going to line themselves up? No. I need to take care of that. My uncle has a higher score, so I need to make sure he doesn't win. You guys like Bejeweled Blitz jokes? You play that game a lot? No. Like I said, I am single, and I don't really want to talk about this because it's kind of a cliche subject for comedians, but Tinder. Talking about Tinder is like talking about airplane food for comedians. Everybody's done it. But the crazy thing about Tinder is that people like to use cliches on there. Have you guys spend time on Tinder? Anybody use Tinder on here? All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead anyway and talk about Tinder. People love Tinder cliches. They love writing things that they see in other people's profiles. They're like, oh, I like that. I'm going to put that in mine. So I love fucking with people who have Tinder cliches. Some of examples of my favorite ones include, I'm looking for a partner in crime. So I just message them and I'm like, I'm looking for a partner in crime. My crime of choice is meeting people on Tinder and raping them. Then I get unmatched right away. They don't like that one. Another one is, my spirit animal is Rihanna. So I message them, I'm like, cool, my spirit animal's Chris Brown. Let's get together. The one that I really hate is fluent in sarcasm. You see that one all the time. I'm fluent in sarcasm. And the people that say that never are. I saw this one girl's profile. She goes, I'm a feminist, but I'm also fluent in sarcasm. So I messaged her and I was like, nice profile, cunt. And I'm going to end on that joke. Because I got the light. All right, thanks, guys. My name has been Charles Disney.
Charles Disney, ladies and gentlemen. Not related. Charles Disney. Wow, this is a good fucking show. This guy's... Okay, sorry. All right, we have 2 more comics to go, so please hang tight. You guys okay? Okay, all right, good. Okay. Next comic, he's a regular here at the world-famous Ice House. Please help me welcome Paul DeCuir.
Them real niggas is here and now. Everybody know it. Boy, I got these girls wildin' from 19 to like 40-something. You are not...
I wouldn't have sent that message. That would have been really bad. I felt really fucking bad about that. I didn't even fucking do it. New Year's is here, guys. That shit is past. Have you guys fucked up resolutions yet, or what? Have we all fucked up? I know I did. I never make it. I get to like the 3rd day of the gym, which is like going past the gym and looking inside of it for a while, like what I want to do. Oh yeah, I gotta get those squats. I'd be sick. Bench press for sure. Probably do some running. I gotta run. I don't run enough. I just gotta really get that cardio. I'll do it next week. I'll do it next month, maybe after these 2 months of building up to it. I'm not gonna fucking do it. I'm not gonna do it. So I was coming on the way here. I saw these places because all the companies go crazy at the beginning of the fucking year trying to get money out of people. Like insurance companies are like, you got insurance yet? Now's the time, new year. Got to do it now, right? I like insurance. It's good. It helps sometimes. It's good to have. But some places I don't fucking trust. I saw a place that had the worst mascot ever imaginable. And it's a fucking duck in a sombrero, and it's going like this. I'm like, why the fuck would I trust that? How the fuck does that play out? Like, could you imagine getting in a fucking car crash and you call these people? And they're like, yeah, come through, we'll talk about it. You go up there, like, oh my God, it was the biggest accident. Like, my son's leg is broken. They're just like, that's not how that shit's supposed to go, man. That's not how that fucking works. You guys look tired. I look over, he's just like, he said 2 more comics, right? I can do it. I can fucking do it. I know it's like to be tired, man. I'm tired when I go home because I live in a bad neighborhood. I gotta run all the time. But I make it work. See, what I do is I outthink these motherfuckers, right? I have a red hoodie, and then I wear a blue beanie. That gives me like 10 minutes to get away. Because they're like, hey, what is he? I don't know. Should I shoot? He's around the corner, man. He's gone. We'll figure it out next week. We'll figure it out. Travel sucks, man. You got to go to places you don't want to, like 7-Eleven. You feel all bad buying all that shitty food. 7-Eleven's the worst, because you go there, you go to a place like that, you want to buy something particular, right? But you never get the one fucking thing you need. You end up buying all the other product placement bullshit that you run into. Or someone just adds things to you. Like, you guys ever dated somebody that had something specific you had to get for them all the time? Like anything weird? No? I have one for you. One of my exes loved gummy bears more than anything ever. And every time I went out, I had to fucking buy a bag of gummy bears, no matter what. I'd be at fucking, like, Costco, gummy bears. Fucking Home Depot, gummy bears. Like, do they even have that here? Like, is that even part of this place? So you go to 7-Eleven, I go because it's like a late night, we don't have any condoms, I gotta go. It's like, just gotta do it, I want this thing to happen. I go to 7-Eleven, I walk in, I get a text, gummy bears, that's fine. I buy the condoms, I buy the gummy bears, but then I started thinking, you know what? I'm out of paper towels. I better grab those. Oh, I'm out of lotion too. Better grab that. And after this whole thing is done, I'm not gonna be tired. I'm never tired, I'm gonna be up for a while. I should read something. What's over here? It's empty. Oh, wait, well, I mean, there's Maxim. They have somewhat okay articles, I guess. I don't really care about the automotive one. Take that shit to the front, and they always gotta fucking say something, right? Put it all down, they're like, oh, what's this for? It's gonna get sticky, right? With the gummy, just ring it up, dude. Don't. I just wanna get this stuff and go. Don't even look at all of it. I don't want to explain the lotion. I don't want to explain it to you. Don't. It's not something I want to do. I came from a crazy family. My mom was a teacher, and my dad was a LAPD officer for like 25 years. So you could never lie to him. It was impossible. It was like living with CSI. Like, you could not. Impossible. I used to fucking watch TV late at night, and I would like watch wrestling and shit. And I had that old ass TV with like a knob that turned on. But the problem with it was when you turned it on at night, the volume would blast and it reset every time. But I didn't care. I was like 8. I was genius, right? I'm gonna watch it anyway. There's a long hallway from my parents' room to my room, so in order for them to come down, they gotta hear me run down. I can hear that shit. My dad just like stomped. He never picked up his feet. My mom always hated that. Pick up your feet. He's like, fuck that. Shit helped me out. I'm all watching shit late at night. It's like, oh my God, Stone Cold. Man, that's kind of loud. Hear my dad coming. Oh, I had the best fake sleep face you guys don't even know. I slowed my heart rate. I was like a fucking X-Man. Dad would come in and check. Go back to his room. Turn TV back on. Oh my God, why? God, JR, please. Dad would come back, turn the light on. I have to fake wake up. What is going on? What were you doing? I was sleeping. What? Go into fucking CSI mode. You turned something on, didn't you? What? No? Somebody walked here like 5 minutes ago. What the fuck? Then he just fucking straight up catch me, right? The one thing I never thought of, he's like, the box is hot. You're grounded. What the fuck? The box gets hot? I don't know that shit. I'm like 8. I don't know that. I gotta check, right? I'm like, what this motherfucker? Fucking box gets hot. I have great friends, man. By great friends, I mean they're douchebags sometimes. Like the trap me in these little things, like I coined them named Stereotraps. That's a trap that someone puts you in where you have to pick something and make it racist no matter what. Give an example. A friend of mine, one of my white friends specifically, likes to go to the 7-Eleven, buy grape soda and orange soda, and have me pick one. No matter what I picked, I knew you would. They always do. They always do. My Hispanic friend goes to fucking Church's Chicken and KFC, makes you pick one. Of course, fool. It's fucking chicken, man. You're gonna do it, man. You always fucking do it. Makes you mad, man. I don't know how to fight those things. How do you fight that? I'm hungry and I'm thirsty. These are essentials for the human being. How do I get him back, I thought. So I did one that I thought was funny, but apparently he got upset about it. He had to go pick up his sister at school, which was like, maybe 5 miles down. He went, hop in his car and took off. I built a fence around his lawn, completely blocking all entryways. And then he got back with his sister, and he's like, what the fuck is this, fool? I got to hop over this. I'm like, yeah, you got to practice. Oh, I'm the bad guy. I do it one time, the one time. I always have something weird happening, man. Like, I get cops fucking with me for stupid shit, like walking funny. Like, I went to my friend's house when I was about 12. He had a new video game. He called me. He's like, hey, man, I got a new video game. Come play it. And I was like, sweet. I started walking down the street, and the cop car comes up behind me. And I'm just walking, and it's like, boop. And I'm like, what? Sirens. He gets on the fucking intercom. He's like, hey, pull over. I'm like, what? I'm fucking walking. He's like, hey, I said pull over. And I'm just like, I guess I'll just sit down. Fucking cop just gets out. I don't know why they all stand like this, but they do. This is like a universal thing. Like, is this universal douchebag stance? Is that what this is? I see basketball players do it, but that's because they're trying to act like they can breathe or something. But he comes out and he's like, where are you going? And I'm like, to my friend's house. He's like, what's his name? I'm like, Brandon. Brandon what? Jackson. That's not a real name. Don't know how that makes any sense. He asked for like my ID, my child ID, and I'm like, okay, I'll give you my ID. And I give him my new high school ID. I was about to go to St. Francis, which is like a predominantly white school. And he sees it and goes, oh, St. Francis. So you know like James and Billy. I was like, yeah, I met them in orientation. He's like, okay, have a good day. And that was fine. That was it. And that was weird for me. It doesn't even work out like that. And I was like, how did this happen? And I went to my friend. They're like, you know what you did, dude? You played your white card. Congratulations, man. You got one. You can make it. Make it. You can do these things. Before I go, I want to see a survey because I have this theory that pigeons are assholes, and I want to make sure you guys agree with me because I think it's real. I'm gonna need some hands. Not everybody. Just if you don't want to because you're drunk, that's fine, or you just hate me. I don't care. But participation is nice. So, how many of you in your lifetime have been shit on by a pigeon? Right? It's fucked up, right? And I say this because they're assholes. They think they're better than us, and they are right. Because how many of you have shit on a pigeon? Thank you, guys. I'm Paul DeCuir. Thank you very much.
Drop down and shake, shake. One time, shake.